Hello, I'm Jim from Come Play With Us, and in this video I'm going to be doing a playthrough of Unsettled, which is a 1 to 4 player cooperative game by Orange Nebula. In this video I will be playing the planet Winora. So how this game works is the Unsettled is a system or a framework, and the game itself works the same no matter which planet you're playing on. It has a base framework, and then they've got a number of planets that you can play, and each planet is basically its own game to itself. This kind of works like the Final Girl system is very similar, where you have a core box framework and then, different episodes you can play with that system. This works the same way, except this one actually comes with 2 planets in the box, whereas, Final Girl doesn't come with anything by itself. You actually have to buy another set to actually play that one. So I like the fact that they've included 2 planets to play in this box. And the general theme here is it's kind of almost a Lost in Space kind of vibe, or the Martian kind of idea, where you're lost in space and you've come across this planet and you need resources, and this planet Winora has resources that you could use. So you land on the planet to try to get the resources you need to survive and get off. And so this is kind of a survival game where the goal of the game is to meet the objectives of the scenario and get back to the ship. Now, each of these planet boxes comes with 3 scenarios that you can play, and I'll be playing the 3rd scenario here. But all the scenarios are replayable. There's a lot of flavor and stuff in this game, but I wouldn't say that it's not really a story-based game. So there will be spoilers here. So if you don't want anything spoiled, don't watch this video. I mean, I wouldn't consider it huge spoilers, because again, it's not a story-based game. You are going to play each scenario on each planet probably several times, and so what will get spoiled here is what the world looks like with the map tiles. But I mean, once you play any of the scenarios once, you're going to know what all the map tiles are, so that's not a huge secret. You will get and the scenario goals will get spoiled for this scenario, which isn't that big a deal. And then, of course, kind of the discoveries that you can discover and the breakthroughs that you can make. But we'll talk about how that stuff works later. That's generally the gist of this game. We're going to be exploring this planet, trying to meet the objectives of the scenario, and then get back to the ship without dying. And in this game, we are scientists, so we don't have guns or anything like that. We have to science our way through this. So we're going to be kind of increasing our knowledge, trying to make breakthroughs, discover things that will help us get the resources we need and get off the planet. I'm not going to read the story here. That does come with a little story for the planet. Actually, maybe I'll read this here. This icky, sticky, beautiful. So there's just one story for all the planet, the entire planet, and then there's the 3 scenarios. So for this planet, it says, when we left Earth in search of bizarre, wondrous new worlds, this is exactly what we imagined. The circumstances are a bit more catastrophically on the verge of death than anticipated, but awe in the face of uncertainty is the essence of exploration. Strange, gargantuan fungal formations tower above us, swarming with alien creatures and dripping with bright liquids. Surfaces are covered in a mysterious powdery substance. The air is thick, almost gelatinous, and there's an uncomfortable abundance of toxic-looking tendrils and suction cups. It couldn't be more alien. It took almost an hour of low-orbit scanning just to find a place to land, so dense is the fungal vegetation. With a world this full, it's impossible to imagine we won't find the things we need to survive. Whether those things kill us is another question entirely. Let's go touch stuff. Okay, that's the introduction you'll get, and then you'll get a bit more story for the scenario. So the scenario I'm going to be doing is a fungus among us. The scarab is deeply, truly, absurdly damaged. And by damaged, we mean basically destroyed. How is it even holding together, we ask, stupidly daring the universe to make it comically fall apart and plunge from the sky like a ship that basically isn't a ship anymore, which it did the moment we entered this planet's atmosphere. So here we are, standing beside the ruin of the vessel that saved our lives but couldn't save its own, on this profoundly sticky world of fungus goop and weird new allergies. We don't know if we're going to find something that would help us to repair the scarab, or if we're about to plant the foundations of bizarre civilization of fungal people. Whatever the case, might as well get on with it. Weirdness will likely befall us. At least we'll have befelled it together. Now, normally with this game, this scenario thing would sit under this the timer board here, and you'd flip it like a storybook. I don't really have room to get that all in the shot, so I'm going to put it on the side here, and I'll flip it up like that. And then this back of the story will give you the setup for the scenario. So in this one, all the map tiles are laid out like this. So we've got 3 that we can see. This is a scarab which we land on, and then these 2 swampy quagmires that we can see, and the rest are down in this configuration, face down, so we don't know exactly where everything is. This will not be the same for every scenario. Some scenarios you may have more face-up tiles, and some scenarios you might not have a configuration at all. You might draw the planet cards and put them out as you go, but this is the way this world works. Okay, and then so I've already done that setup. And then the first objective here will be Fungal Boogie. While a descent into madness has a certain appeal, we're going to do our due diligence and try to rebuild the scarab. She deserves as much. It's time to investigate what this strange place has to offer. We need to build the research hut, and then someone needs to perform this action there, consuming any 2 discoveries and data. Okay, so the objective here, we have to build a research hut. We need 3 data, and then we need 2 discoveries to finish this first one. I've not played this one, so I'm not sure how this one will go. I like to usually do my playthroughs, I'll time box them to about an hour and a half, so I'll play as far as I can get in that time, and then I might call it. But by that time, you should have a really good idea how this game plays, and how all the rules. We should have gone through all the rules by then, and I'll teach the game as I go. So the basic round structure for this game is that we have main actions we can do and free actions. Okay, so the main actions that we can do are we can move up to our limit, which is base 1, and then we can set 3 focus, which is using these kind of action cubes here to you place them on kind of worker placement spots almost to do various actions, and then they'll tick down. So you see, as you start with 2, they'll tick down, and then eventually they'll get to this time space. And if you don't get them restored, you can still use them when they have this time face, but then they'll start using time. And time is one of the most important resources of this game. There's a number of resources, but time is the most important one. And the other main actions we can do is we can move Luna, which is the robot that we have. And she also moves base 1. And then we can scan Luna's node. So a node is basically the map tile that you're on to reveal data or materials if that resource is not already present. And then we have a bunch of free actions here we can do. So we can use a scientific breakthrough. We don't start the game with any of those. Use an anomaly. Also, we don't start the game with any of those. So these are things you kind of have to discover. Can forfeit an opportunity. I'll talk about opportunities later. We can alter a scientific pursuit. At the beginning of the game, you get to decide which scientific pursuit you want to go after. And there's 3 different ones in the game. So there's robotics, chemistry, and engineering. And so I've chosen robotics and chemistry here to be what I'm starting with. And we're going to need robotics to build the research station. I think that's the research hut, sorry, not station. So that's important. So you can alter that, but you kind of have to, if you want to alter your scientific pursuit, you have to abandon what you've learned. So it's not a good idea to do that. Once you've started learning, going after a certain scientific pursuit, you don't want to stop in general. Then we can exchange discoveries if we're on the same space, and then we can contribute to a survival task. We can gain insight. So once we build the structure, so we have 3 structures we can build. We have the research hut, the laboratory, and the workshop, and they're all related to the 3 scientific pursuits, as well as the the resources. So there's three, besides time, there's three other resources in the game. There's data, materials, and power. So that's these three things here. And they're also related to the three scientific pursuits. You can see the colors match. And so basically how things work is you're going to pursue a certain scientific pursuit, which will drive your knowledge up, your insight of that pursuit up. And then once you get past the top here, then you will have comprehension of that scientific pursuit, which basically means you take one of these things to mark that you have comprehension of that scientific pursuit. And then when you get comprehension, you also get a breakthrough, which will give you a new kind of special ability or a new action that you can perform. And generally that action will require the related resource, right? So the robotics breakthroughs will require data, and the chemistry breakthroughs will require materials, and the engineering breakthroughs will require power. So it kind of makes sense that way. And that's what these three actions here. First, you have to build the huts related to those, and then you get these extra actions that you can use the resources for, and also the breakthroughs will use those resources. Okay, that was a mouthful. Okay, the other thing is you also draft at the beginning of the game a special action that's related just to your character. Okay, so for the blue character here, I've drafted the Skeptic, which gives me a different theorized action than the base action. So the base theorized action lets you gain insight, basically. And the Skeptic will let you gain a resource instead. The other difference is you'll see that these spaces have little down arrows on them, some of them, and some have little up arrows. So that means the down arrow means when I use my action cube here to take that action, that down arrow means I have to spin it down one, basically spending an action point kind of thing. If the arrows are up, that means I'm gaining more of that action point, like here. And you'll see this. The good thing about this action is it doesn't cost anything; it just stays the same. So that's the Skeptic. And then the purple is the Harmonist. So this one alters the recover action, which generally the recover action will basically pip up an entire die. So if it's at the time thing, it'll push it back all the way up to 3. So that's what generally when you would use that. This one is slightly less than that, so it'll only move it up twice. But it only costs time, whereas normally the recover action, done by this symbol, will reduce morale, which is another thing entirely. So morale goes between morale or trust. You're either in high trust or low trust. When we're in high trust, our abilities are on the white side. When we move to low trust, which you can do by going to this recover space, then when we go to low trust, these flip over and they cover a different action. So you see the Skeptic, when we're in low trust, has a different investigate action. And the Harmonist, when they're in low trust, has a different support action. Okay, so that's kind of how that trust thing works. These are just kind of the basic things before we get started that we need to know. Okay, so let's just go over the basic actions without the special thing here. So these symbols here basically say if I use the matching cube, so you'll see the eyeballs match here. If I use a matching cube on these actions, then I also get this bonus. And this symbol means insight. So the different things you can do, we got theorize here, which gives another explorer gains insight. So that moves basically their insight cube up. But if I use the blue one here, then I also gain insight. Okay. The investigate lets you reveal an opportunity on your node that you're basically investigating the space you're in when you use this investigate thing. And if I use the green cube to do that, then I'll also gain an insight. The traverse basically gives you an extra move, and it also lets you carry somebody, which you can get into that if one of us goes unconscious. And if you use your red cube on the traverse, you get a bonus insight for using the right cube. These other ones don't have bonuses. This support action removes distress, which we'll get into later, and also increases morale. So this is kind of how you increase morale, but you can only use this support action on somebody else in your space. That's the trick of that one. The recover lets you basically refresh one of these cubes, but that lowers trust because you're being lazy. And then every turn, the way the turns work, you can activate 2 actions, but you have to rest every turn. And so one of your action cubes will always be put on this rest page, which will pip it up, and then you have to spend time. So basically ends your turn. And so time is continuously clicking down. Some of the other actions you can do, so these spaces up here are the way you get resources. So this one, the blue one's related to Luna. So Luna has to be on a space that has data, and then you can use this action and she'll collect the data for you. To unearth materials, to get the materials, Luna, there has to be materials on the board, and then you have to be in the space with the materials, and you can collect the materials. And then the power you can do anywhere. You can just, it doesn't require Luna or you to be in a specific space. You can just collect power. And then we have this special action here with Luna. This one's expensive because it costs 2. And this one, an explorer in Luna's space can discard a distress. And then you also have these these huts that you can build, and then they also have action spaces to build them. And the way you build these, you have to find a build location on the map to build these. And then once you do, you can either spend a time, or if you have the corresponding comprehension, then you can build it for free, basically. So that's what you're kind of looking to do. Before you build those, you're trying to get comprehension first, so that, because time is a very valuable resource in this game. Okay, so that's basically how the player boards and the actions all work. Okay, let's get to the time board is the only. So when I said, every turn you're going to be ticking this time up. When time wraps around, we're all going to be reducing our endurance, and that's the clock of the game. Once everybody's endurance is down to 0, we lose the game. So we've got we've got a certain amount of time to finish all the objectives, and there's generally 4 objectives in each scenario. Okay, so let's get started. That's enough to get us started, and I'll explain the rest as we go. Okay, so on your turn, especially where we are now, generally you want to move. Now you can use Luna to scout ahead, because there is costs to moving into tiles, and I'll show you how that works, but Luna ignores that, so she's good to use just to scout ahead to see where we want to go. So the first thing we want to figure out is we have to find a build site to build the blue hut, and we want to increase our we want to get comprehension, one of us at least, in blue, so that we can build that. So we'll be looking to increase our insight and find a build spot is basically what we want to do. And we can go in any of these 4 directions here. You can't move diagonally, so we can move Luna in one of these 4 directions and kind of scout around and see what's going on. So I'll just pick a random direction. Let's move her here. She can only move 1. So when you move on the space, you're going to flip the tile. Okay, and so this isn't a build site. So we can see here, this one has some conditions here. So what this means here, so when you're moving into a space, you're basically, a better example is this one because we have 2 lined up. But basically when, say I move this way, you take all these symbols here, and that's the cost of moving between these 2 spaces. So in this case, it would cost 2 time, but you would gain an insight to move across these 2 spaces. And so if we want to move to this tile, we have to pay a time. This ability here is a when entering cost. So when you enter this, if you are a fungal host, these gold things are basically tags. And at some point during the game, we might gain attributes that give us tags. And so if we had this fungal host tag, then we would automatically be able to collect a material for free. So that's kind of cool. Okay. So Luna is here. So now the only other thing Luna can do is scan for resources. So we do need blue data. And so to scan for resources, we just roll one of that. So we're going to be looking for data. So we're going to be rolling this blue die, and then we just get whatever comes up. So that's not a very good roll. We only get 1 data. So you put 1 data on the They call these nodes, map tiles, nodes, whatever. And basically that's available there for Luna to pick up, because you need Luna to pick up the data. Okay, so that's it for her part of my turn. And so now I can move and then do my actions. There's nothing really good about this space. Plus it costs a time to move there. So that's not great. So I might move in the opposite direction here. Try and find the, or maybe I'll move down here, so I'll kind of stay around Luna. So I think I'm going to go down to this tile. So let's reveal this one. Okay, so this one has no cost, so this one's free to move into here. But again, I need to be a fungal host to do this action. So this is a special action on the tile that I could do, but I have to be a fungal host to do it. So that's not going to help us. And that's basically all I can do here. So now I have 2 actions to take. Now the interesting thing about this person is he can't just get insight like you usually can, but he can collect resources. And these resources go directly into our supply. So I might want to do that. And it also doesn't pip anything down. So I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm just going to gain, we need data, so I'm just going to gain my data. Straight into there. That's the simplest way to get that, way faster. I could use, because Luna is sitting on a tile with, on a node with data, I could also use this action here, but with the same die, which would allow me to pick up 2. If there's 2 blue cubes on that tile, I could pick up 2 if I use my blue die here, but it also pips it down. So this is cheaper. And the other thing I can do here, I think I'm going to investigate. It's good to investigate a lot, because this is how you get discoveries and anomalies. And we also need to fulfill this objective. We need 2 discoveries. So I got to start looking for them. So how you do that is you investigate. So I'm going to investigate. Now this one costs 1, so I have to pip down here. I use the green die, which matches the bonus symbol here, so I also get to increase some of my insight. And then what this action does is it lets you reveal an opportunity on your node. Okay, so I got opportunities up here. So I've got a board off the map here. This one's not super important, but this one just has the opportunity to mark which opportunity is where, and these are all the kind of things you can discover. And these are the markers that mark that we've investigated a space, because you can only investigate a space once. So, but that's a little bit off camera there. Should move this in here so you can see this up here is the trust marks if we're high trust or low trust. Okay, so I will grab an opportunity, and what we've got here is we've got breathtaking bloom. A mountainous fungal flora explodes from the soil. It blooms with a light and color so profound the world goes still. Then it violently furls into a gnarled mess of wilted, dripping remains. Beneath the carnage lays a fist-sized seed, hypnotically wrapped in strange black smoke. So immediately, each local explorer, everybody on this tile here, gets to pip up 1 of their cubes. So that's pretty awesome. And then I got to mark that this is here. So we'll put this on here to mark that that's where that opportunity is. And then to do this one, we need to put a die here. We got if we use a green die, then we get a bonus insight. And then we get to reverently pick up the smoke seed, and we'll gain that discovery and another insight. Okay. So I'll probably want to do that next turn. And because I need green, I get to pip up a die, I think I'll pip up my green die. I will need 2 green next turn, so I'll pip up my green die there. Okay, so that's my 2 actions that I've done. This one I have to use this one to rest, so I move it here and it pips up. And now I've got to spend a time. So this just moves forward 1. Okay, that's the end of my turn. So that's how simple turns are. Now we'll just go to the purple player and just rinse and repeat until we're done the game. So got to continue looking for breakthroughs. So I think we'll keep moving Luna. Let's see what's in this spot down here. Okay, so here we've got a build site. So this is what we were looking for. Perfect. And then I think we will look for some more data. Oh, that's a good one. So I got 3 data there. So we've got 3 data in that spot. Okay, so the best way to come into this one would actually be through here because we get 2 insight from moving into here and pay a time, and this way I have to pay a time and I get nothing from coming through here. So it is actually better to go through this way. But there is a catch, something I haven't told you about this planet yet. Whenever we leave one of these nodes, we disturb the fungus, and we have to put a black cube on here. And from that point on, at the beginning of anybody's turn, if they're on a node with that black cube at the start of their turn, then they take a distress, which is not great. So you kind of want to go in different directions. But for this one, because this is just worth more to go this way, I'm going to start going, I'm going to go this way. Also, I could also do the breathtaking bloom while I'm here. Because she has the green cube. So I think I will do the breathtaking bloom here. So for that, you just put your cube on here. This got to pip down twice. So it'd go down to there. And then I'm going to get 2 insight and the breathtaking bloom. So here's the breathtaking bloom. Okay, so she's going to get 2 insight here. And then whenever you get one of these, you also draw an anomaly card to go with it. It's got kind of the symbol there on the card to show you that. And then these get attached. Now, normally these would go to the left of your board here, but I do not have enough space to show everything in camera, so I don't, I might pull these. I'm not sure where I'm going to put these. Maybe I'll just put it in my inventory here so you can see it. That's not really where it goes. It would go to the left here. But short on space. Okay, so how these things work. So now you can see I've got this tag. Now I've got the fungal host tag. So I could use the action that is on my space because I am now a fungal host. And as long as I have this anomaly, that tag will apply to me. Okay. I also have a one-time ability. Now, if the comprehension of chemistry is present, it says, which means if either of the characters that are in that location have that, then I can discard this and the card to remove 1 spore cloud from my node and or 1 from an adjacent node, which is pretty good. You want to get rid of those, but that's what the black cubes are that we're going to put on there, the spore clouds. So this gives me a one-time way to remove those if they become annoying, but being a fungal host is pretty advantageous in this game. The other way to become a fungal host is to take 2 distress, but taking distress is bad and you usually want to get rid of it because if you take too much distress, you start losing endurance, and endurance makes us die fast. So that we don't want to do. Okay, so I've got one more action I could take. The other thing is this opportunity is done, and so we got to mark that we've investigated this space. It's investigated, so we can't investigate here anymore. The other thing I could do, so you know what? The other thing I could do is I could start gaining some. We do need the insight still, and the other thing is I could get Luna to pick up the data, but because the blue character does not have the same theorize, I think I'm going to use theorize, because then that will, and I'm using the blue one that matches, so that means I gain an insight, and blue character gains an insight, because we do need to get the blue comprehension, and the blue character is working on the blue comprehension. Okay, and then her last action has to go to rest, and then time is going to tick up. And that's the end of her turn. Okay, next turn. Okay, so now if I move Luna too early, I'll leave these here. So I think I want to, before I move Luna, I want to use the action here to pick this stuff up. And the blue character is the one that needs to be here. So to build, because he's working on the blue comprehension. So I'm gonna move him there first. That's gonna cost me a time, but I'll also get 2 insight. So I'm close to comprehension now because I get the 2 insight here. Oh, sorry. At the end of your turn, you're supposed to pull your cubes back. I forgot to do that. And make sure you don't change their configuration when you pull them back. Okay, so I think we want to analyze data. So that's going to cost us 1. And then because Luna's here, we can pull 2 cubes off of here. And they go in our supply there. Okay, I need 1 more insight before I get comprehension, and then I can build the research that we need to build. We also need 1 more discovery, because we've got 1 discovery, we need 2. So I should probably do the investigate again, because doing that with the green die gives me the insight I need. Okay, so I've got comprehension now in blue. I also get a blue breakthrough. So now I've made this breakthrough. I can get Luna's encyclopedic evaluation. So an explorer on Luna's node gains 2 insight by spending blue cubes. So that's pretty awesome. And I can do this once a turn on anybody's turn. So I can do this once a turn on my turn, and also I can do it on purple player's turn. Again, I'll keep this here. These are probably going to pile up, but we'll kind of make do. And now I have to pick a new kind of research path here. So I think because purple player is working on green here, I'll start working on orange. Generally, we want to diversify because you'll run into situations where you need more than 1 kind of type. Okay, and that's the... Oh, I haven't moved Luna yet. So, okay, so Luna's picked up. She hasn't done her scan or moved yet. So you know what? Let's scan for materials because we're probably going to need materials at some point. So let's get those on the board. So I got 2 materials here. And these, Luna doesn't pick up, you pick up yourself, so I can move Luna without having to worry about picking those up. She's going to, okay, so now we got big payment to get into here. So this is probably not worth us going this way right now, given that's going to cost us 2 times to traverse that. Okay, so Luna scanned, Luna moved. That's the end of my turn. So now, I got to move up 1 time. Now, I did kind of do this inefficiently because I left this one here to rest, and it's already full, so that's kind of a waste, but I did need the other colors, so it's a little bit inefficient. Okay, so where do I want to go with purple player? Oh, also, hang on, I forgot about this. Because I moved out of this space, I have disturbed the fungus, and there's a spore cloud here. So I gotta remember to put those out. So at the beginning of her turn, she's going to get a distress. So how that works is you're going to draw a distress card. And I should mention all these breakthroughs, anomalies, the distress, these are all specific to the planet. So this is always going to change and be different for every planet. So it's almost a whole new game for every planet you're playing. Okay, so with this one, I'm infected. So when you gain this, your trust goes down. And the moment you have 2 of the or more of these, you have to draw a hallucination card. Okay, and so what these do is they cover one of your spots, and basically you can't do that action. Now, usually I cover the recover spot because I don't tend to use that one, but hers is special. But the other thing is that happens when you get this distress is your trust moves down. So remember, when we move our trust down, our special actions flip. So now Skeptic has a special investigate action, and the Harmonist has a special support action. Okay, so I'm going to cover the recover because I tend not to use that one. Because generally when you use it, it moves the trust down, and you don't want to do that. Or you might want to. It depends. Sometimes it depends. It depends which special actions you want to use. The other problem is if you lose more trust and you're already in low trust, then you have to pip down 2 dice. So that gets tricky. You start losing actions, so that's not good. Okay, so she's taken her distress, and she's got this new support action now. So she can, when she supports, can remove 2 distress and move the trust back up, and it can be distributed among local explorers. So that's pretty good. I like that. Okay, where do we want to go? The problem is I don't really know where we want to go right now. we probably... Oh, wait a minute. Didn't I investigate? I forgot. I investigated last turn, and I forgot to actually draw the the discovery, the opportunity here. Temporal spore cloud. A spore cloud envelops you, and your mind is pulled in thousands of directions at once. You are everywhere and nowhere, popping from one environment to another before returning to your body and collapsing to the ground where you lay dazed. Coming to you believe you could re-enter the cloud and grab something with potential. So the active explorer immediately pips up twice. So I guess he would have pipped up these two. And then we can nosedive into the spore cloud to get this Myxogastria ball. I didn't get 2 insight. Okay, so that's on this space. So that gives her something to do. So I think she'll move here. Again, that's going to cost us a time, but we'll get 2 insight. So now she has gained comprehension of green, and I think she'll start doing blue. So she's got green comprehension, and she gets a breakthrough. So now she can ingest pearlescent slurry and explore currently within one node. Ignore time symbols on node edges for the remainder of this turn. Oh, this is good because, you know, we're the next space that we can go to. Although I don't know if we really need to go to that space, but it costs 2 times. So this is useful, but we have to spend the material to do that. Okay, again, now we'll throw that, you know, I'll just cover up that. Okay, so she can do that action. So that action, there is no bonus on that action, so I can use anything. So I might as well use this one, because this one's, I'll probably want to rest with that one. So I'll pip that down for here, and I'll nosedive into the spore cloud, which gives me the second discovery we need, and then I'll get 2 insight. And I'll have to mark this as complete, so we can't investigate here anymore. She'll gain her 2 insight, and another anomaly. And so now she's also powdery, so she's a fungal host and she's powdery. So we can discard this one if we have blue comprehension, and all explorers within one node can discard a distress. I've yet to figure out what being powdery is good for on this planet, but I've not run into anything that requires that. Okay, so I'm going to keep that off this side, but we'll remember that we have that. Maybe I'll just keep these things off to the side, and I'll reference them when we need them. But we know she's a fungal host. She's a powdery fungal host, so that's good. Okay. Okay, so she's got one more action she could do. I think we're doing good. We got the comprehensions we need. So actually, I think we could build the research hut here, because comprehension just has to be on the space, and we're both in the space, and blue has the blue comprehension. So she could build the research hut. So how you do that is you need an action. So you basically put it down on here. We have blue comprehension, so we don't have to pay the time. We'll have to pip this down. And then at the end of the term, it'll become active, and we can start using its ability. And yeah, then I think we'll also be ready to do this, because we have 3 data, we have 2 discoveries, which we'll have to get rid of. So unfortunately, she will no longer be a powdery fungal host. And then we have the blue research station. So we've completed this. We just have to spend an action now. Okay, to finish her turn, she'll pick that up. And now the time has wrapped around, so we have to reduce our endurance, which brings us closer to losing. Okay, draw our cubes back. This now becomes active. Oh, and I didn't do any Luna actions this turn, I'm pretty sure. So I'm doing this in the wrong order, but I should probably move Luna and do some scanning. Yeah, done that a little out of order because that would signal the end of my turn, but we did not. I don't believe we moved Luna. So I'm sorry. There's so much to track in this game, but maybe I'll scan here. Leave a trail here of stuff for us to pick up. So I got 2 material. Move her here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, so we got another build spot. So that we might need that, and it's a cheap way to go through here. So that's good. Unfortunately, we won't pick up the extra material here because she will no longer be a fungal host unless she gets more distressed. Okay, so it's Blue's turn. Okay, so Blue will want to satisfy this. So I guess we can work with Luna first. So let's keep leaving material behind, because if we're going to keep moving Luna around, then it's no use doing data. So 1 material. And let's just find out what's in this final corner here. Okay. Okay, and now he's going to do the fungal boogie, I guess, here. So we have to spend 3. So we can exchange discovery, so because we're in the same spot. So we'll spend the 3 data. She'll discard her 2 discoveries, and then the blue player will spend an action. And now this won't trigger. Oops. What this says is when the focus cube is removed from the look for a solution action, then this advances. So this will advance at the end of the turn. Now put these guys back. Okay, so that's 1 action. So he's got 1 more action left, and it can still move. So I think I'll start moving up this way. Or maybe I should gather materials and then move up. Probably going to need materials at some point, so I'll spend the green, and with the green, of course, you get the bonus. So for the green materials, you have to be in the spot where the materials are, not Luna. Okay, that's my second action, and we've moved Luna and everything. Okay, so I'll put this to rest here, and then I got to spend a time. Okay. And then now you pull the cubes back, and then this will trigger. Okay, and so this flips up here. Okay, so we got some more story here. 1 with the fungus. Suddenly we find ourselves somewhere else. We're in our living ship. Wait, no. We've always been here, soaring through the cosmos in a ship made of fungus, thick spore-rich air throbbing all around us as we... Wait. No, we're lying face down in a swamp out of our suits and having all experienced a strange and maybe helpful shared hallucination. We know what we must do. First, we must get the swamp out of our mouths. Then, we must bond with the fungus, integrating it into the very fabric of the ship, weaving and growing it through every system, not just repairing it, but bringing it to life for the first time. We need to embrace what comes next. We feel oddly comfortable with this plan. In fact, part of us senses this was always meant to be. And this symbol means we get to move our trust back up. Okay. Because the trust went back up, these flip again. So this is going to go back here. Fortunately, this one is going to be covered until I get rid of that. Okay, so we have a new objective here. Okay, so when an explorer with fungal hosts unearths material from a node with a spore cloud, that would be here, I guess. Oh, unearths materials, and that's the action. Okay, so when we use that action with a spore cloud, they may add it to this card instead of the stockpile. Tip hallucinations grant fungal host. Yep, and unfortunately we had that tag with the discovery, but we had to get rid of it. When all the boxes are filled, someone with fungal host must go to the scarab and take the step of integrating the fungus into the ship's structure. So we need to be a fungal host, and then we need all this material. Okay, so we have to drum up the fungal clouds and then get material off those places. So it's a good thing I've been dropping material. So I guess I'll keep doing that, but we've got to move to these places and pick this material up to put it on this card. And then we also have to become fungal hosts, which will be easy for stirring up all this material. Okay, so blue turns down. Now it's purple's turn. So I guess we should take this path. Now there's a lot of time here that we're going to have to waste. But luckily we can, well I guess we can, but the green cubes we have gathered already aren't going to help us because you can't put those on this card. But I can spend the green. I can spend the green using this breakthrough I have. And then an explorer currently within one node may ignore time symbols on node edges. So I can use this on both turns. So, but we'll be spending green quite rapidly. We only have 2 to spend, but that'll help us get through this tough part. So I'm going to spend a green to enable that so that I can move through to get that material. Now I can move here, ignoring these time symbols and just getting the insight. So gain 1 insight. I think I'm going to do another discovery and see if we can get something to help us be a fungal host or get some of this stuff going. Since you can only move 1 anyways. Okay, so and we've also got Luna up here, so let's just get Luna to keep dropping material. Unfortunately, she's only dropping 1 at a time right now. She's not very good. Okay, let's move her back down this way. Or maybe I'll move her over here. Get her to come down here. Get some material going. I mean, if I can get some material on here. Okay, so I've moved and scanned with Luna, so I just got actions left to do. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Well, I guess I wanted to investigate. So let's investigate here. That gives me an insight. And we'll reveal a new opportunity. And this time I won't forget to do it. Okay, intradimensional gel sphere. Everything goes eerily silent as an enormous semi-opaque gelatinous sphere rolls by. Viewing the landscape through the jellied substance, you see things not otherwise present, bizarre and beautiful vegetation visible at the center of the sphere that are not there before or after it rolls on. If you time it just right, so immediately the active explorer can pip up. And then if we reach into the sphere, we can gain 2 insight and the hover blossom. Okay, so we got a hover blossom here. I get to pip 1 up. Okay, let's pip the blue one up, I guess. What else can we do here? I can't gather anything. So the other thing is I can keep moving around. Well, maybe a traverse. You know what? I'm going to do a traverse. So that'll jump the spore cloud. Also give me an insight here. Which give me blue breakthrough. So now she can deploy a mini tractor beam. So Luna, I can spend a blue data so Luna pulls an explorer from an adjacent node onto her node, ignoring all the node edge symbols. So that's cool. So we can move here, and then we can put a black cube down here. Okay, so we got a spore cloud there that we need. Perfect. I think that's everything we can do. Okay, so she will rest with this cube. Move time up, and that's the end of her turn. Okay, so he's starting in a space with the spore cloud, so we got to take a distress. Means the trust is going to drop. So flip these guys back over. She'll get her action back. And again, I'll cover up the recover spot. Now we kind of want to build these up so that we become fungal hosts, unless the discovery I have here make me a fungal host. Okay, so Luna, I never move into this space, although if we're going to be fungal hosts, this is a good space to move into now, but it costs 2 time, but we have a way to ignore that. So that might be a good place to go. So you know what, I'll drop some material there. We're going to have to move around a lot, and oh, 3 material there. That's good. I'm going to need some data too to use that time skipping thing. Okay, then we'll move Luna down here. Yeah, that's just way too expensive. So I guess we'll get him going this way. There's nothing really much you can do there. At least here you can investigate. But I guess I'll investigate. And might as well just use blue. Okay, so I'll get 2. 2 insights. And another opportunity. Screaming glow frogs. Yeah, that sounds exciting. Oh, of course, they need blue. Before you sit, dozens of small amphibious creatures half submerged in a colorful pool. They are perfectly still, perfectly silent. They stare unblinking. Then the screams begin. So each local explorer can immediately pip up twice, and then we can grab one of these frogs, apparently. Okay, so that's here. It's getting crowded on this space. Screaming frogs. Okay, I get to pip up to... Yeah, let's pip up that one and that one, I guess. Okay, so one more action here. We've got to move around right now and drum up spore clouds, so you might as well use the traverse here to start drumming up these clouds. So this gives me another insight. This is a free one, so might as well move that way and drum up some more spores. Let's make this spot even more stuff on it. Okay. Usually you don't want to make these spore clouds, so this is odd that we're doing this. So I guess now I'll just rest and costs of time. Purple could build a green there, and you know what, we might as well, because at some point we're probably going to have to. She's got, well, we've got all our comprehension here, so. And it doesn't, you don't have to use a green action cube to do this one. I've often made that mistake, thinking I had to. Okay, let's build that here. Use this one for the traverse. Just keep moving around. Back. Let's go here. Become a fungal host next turn, and we can start picking stuff up. Okay, so I haven't done anything with Luna yet, so let's drop some materials. Let's get this going. 3 materials. Perfect. So we'll be ready to start picking these up next turn. And I'm also where that opportunity is. Okay, let's move Luna down here so she can add some more. Then we can just kind of cycle around these 4. I don't think I'm gonna go for these ones. It's too expensive to get in there. I mean, I've got my special ability, but I can use it to get through these 2 here. Could really just bounce between these ones. But okay, so let's end her turn. Pips that back up. Time. These come off. Now we also have a lab built. Lad lets us spend green to pip up, but we're not going to be using that this one. In a spore cloud, so I'm going to become more infected. So where do I want to put this one? Probably not going to use the traverse too much in here. Oh, these should have come off. Okay, so a couple things going to happen here. So our trust is already low. So when it's low and it has to go lower, we have to pip, distributed among us, we pip down 2 cubes. So the good thing is blue's got a lot of actions, so we can just pip 2 down here. So she's kind of running low. Okay, so now we have 2 of these, so we're going to get a hallucination, which means we are now fungal hosts, which we need to be, so I can start picking up the green cubes. So what's my hallucination? Okay, you can see, you understand everything. You understand it all. You see the profound complexity of existence in more detail than you ever imagined possible, and yet somehow it is completely within your power to comprehend it all at once. Wait, where did it go? Each turn, if you're able, you must spend a green, and if you do, you pip up twice. Ugh. Well, I mean, that just spends these ones. I want to save these ones for the time, so I have to spend that up, and I get my 2 pips back. So this will actually, well, yeah, so as long as I don't put the greens into the supply, we'll be okay here with this scenario. Otherwise, that'd be a terrible hallucination. But I am a fungal host now, so I can use... I don't need to use my green action because there's only 1 material on my space. So I should probably save that. Although, you know, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm a fungal host. There's a spore cloud, so we can start collecting these. So we got one there. Or, you know what, maybe I should be more efficient here. Should maybe move here first. So it's free to move here. And then I did use my green so I could collect 2 instead of 1. And then maybe he'll drop some more. And she can go get the more next round. Also, there's this thing here that I can do. Okay, let's see if we can get a good roll here with Luna. Oh yeah, got 2, so that's good. So now there's 2 in reach for purple player when they become fungal host next turn. Okay, and well, I guess you can go this way. There's already a cube here. Okay, and then I do need the blue action for the Screaming Glow Frogs, which is the blue spot that I'm on. So Screaming Frogs, here we come. So that'll give me an insight. That'll give me 2 insight and some glow frogs. Let's get some glow frogs. And that also makes me proficient in orange. And then I guess the only thing left he's got left to do is green. So orange here. Orange breakthrough. Perform augmented yank. Gather up to 2 materials from this node and or adjacent nodes into the stockpile. Oh, darn. Has to go into the stockpile. Okay, but he's also got an anomaly here. So what anomaly do we got? Oh, we're powdery again. So we got the vacuum. We got the same one that we got before. So powdery. The glow frogs made us powdery. How nice. They were powdery glow frogs. Okay. I've done my 2 actions. And okay, so I'm gonna rest. Time moves up 1. I already did Luna, right? Yeah. Okay. And now we're gonna keep taking these hits here. Okay, so let's do the cleanup. Always forget to do that. Okay, so purple player is now going to be in distress, which means we got to pip 2 down again. So I mean, he's still got quite a few here. And you can't cover up your rest spot. I don't see me using theorize too much right now. Okay, so what's her hallucination going to be? Okay, so we're both fungal hosts now. One with the fungus. Engaged. A wall of light approaches. When it hits, your suit disintegrates and you surge with supernatural energy. A flock of flying mushrooms encircle you, their mycelial wings leaving trails of light in the liquid breeze. One of them winks at you and flies away towards what looks like the scarab. You pursue. You must use all of your movement each turn to move toward the scarab using the most direct path. You are not required to use the traverse action. When you reach the scarab, you get 3 insight, and then you reduce your distress to 1. This is not going to help me. I am only 1 away from. Well, I guess I can pick up that 1 material before I move, but that sucks. That sucks. That's going to uninfect me, and then I'm going to have to start from square 1 again. Okay, well, let's at least pick up that. I can use any of these, but I might as well just use the green one. Yeah, so I think I'm going to use this action here, just to save us from continuously pipping down here. So, oh, and then she'll lose her hallucination, which is fine. Yeah, because then we both lose our hallucination, but we'll both get hallucinated again, and at least our thing goes up. So, okay, so let's get rid of. We each get rid of 1 distress, but the good thing is trust goes up. So at least we're not pipping down, and then we'll keep getting hallucinized. So I think we'll be in a kind of a good cadence here. Okay, so this goes into rest, and then I didn't remove Luna yet though, so I won't take those back yet. Okay, so I want to drop some material here. 2. Okay, good. So we got a good trail of the material. I think we got all the material we need now. So we can go this way and pick up We only need, I think, 4 more, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh no, we need 5. Ugh. Okay. So, but there's enough. Oh, this one's expensive. Well, I guess we could go get that one. Although it's a big good trip back that way. But I don't think there's anything else we could do. Yeah, just kind of gotta go. Well, I mean, I could go here, here, and there. That would probably be better. Okay, so where do we want to move Luna? We probably should start exploring this way more. Okay, let's do that. Oh yeah, neither of us have our hallucinations anymore. Yeah, well, let's spread out, because then he can get 2, 2. She can go this way's move here is free. So she can go there. Yeah, and so he can pick these two up, and she can pick that one up. And we're good. Okay. Okay, so that's the end of her turn. Again, this time is going to move around, so we're one step closer to losing. Both of our endurances are going to drop by 1. Pull our dice back. Oh, and she's got... That's not good either. Do I have a way of pipping up? So this is free to move down here. Then I want to unearth materials. Give me these 2. 3 away. Okay, and I did my move already. That place has been investigated. I could use this to get some materials, because we don't want that time skipping thing at one point. So, you know what I'm going to do? I haven't done this yet, but we're going to get some power here. So the way that works is this just moves from the bottom well here to the top well. So I get 2 power, so I can start using this perform yank thing, gather up to 2 materials from this node and or adjacent nodes into the stockpile. So I think I'm going to do that, because I'm not going to get these 2, because this is too expensive. I'm going to go this way and get these 2, and then, you know, I'm probably start going out that way. I don't have to be in a specific spot. Oh, we have to get back to the scarab, which is fine. Okay, so I'll grab these 2. And we got some material to use for the time skipping for this ingest pearlescent slurry breakthrough. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. Okay, so I'm gonna rest. I've already moved Luna and everything. Okay, I think we're all good here. Oh, sorry. I didn't infect myself. Did not infect myself. And I should be hallucinogenic again. That's what I forgot to do. Okay. This is gonna get... What kind of hallucination I have now? Okay. Hallucinate. Bioluminescent tendrils squirm out of the ground and wrap around your feet. Nearby eye stalks pop up, observing. More tendrils appear and you're pulled underground, screaming. For the remainder of the game, your normal move action each turn ignores all symbols on node edges. Oh, sweet. I don't have to worry about... I don't get insight, but I also don't have to pay the time cost. So I wonder if which way would have been better to go then. Well, I probably want to start moving away from this area. I'm thinking. So, and I'll just leave it the way it is. I think that's fine. Okay, so let's pull these cubes back. Okay, purple. Okay, first just gonna get infected. So we'll do the traverse again. Now we're gonna have pip down twice, so I'll do... Whew, we're getting in trouble with this pipping down thing. We're gonna have to spend some time here now, unless I got a freeway. I don't have any freeways to do this, but okay, so she's got to do the... Yeah, see, so I got to spend... Well, you know, it's got to spend a time to use that. Okay, let's keep exploring with the Luna here. Oh, okay, that's a good spot. That pips you up. That's not bad. I don't think we'll need the materials anymore, so let's just start dropping some data, because we might need some data at some point. Okay, do data. Oh, we can spend green to pip up at the laboratory, and we can do that as many times as we want. So yeah, I think she's going to spend that material we picked up. Maybe we can have a nice combo here. Yeah, so let's get that time back, because I could have done that. You don't have to be on the square where the hut is. I think that's better, because we don't want to spend time, so I'll do that. Although I am on the spot where the lab is, but you don't have to be. You can be anywhere to do that. And you can do that as many times as you want. It's not a once a turn thing. Yeah, let's do this opportunity. I mean, it's going to cost me a time to get in there, but I'll get that time back. But it also gives me an insight. And doesn't matter which. There's no bonus for this one, so I can just spend either. Reaching into the sphere, which gives me 2 insight and the hover blossom. So that one's done. It's investigated. So 2 more insight. Close to another breakthrough. And what kind of anomaly do we got this time? Oh, perfect. This gives me the rare polymers. I can discard if I had the orange, which I don't right now. Must be present, the orange comprehension. I could discard that to charge my power up to maximum. But it also gives me the rare polymers tag, which I'm sitting on right now. When unfortunately when I enter these spaces, if I have the rare polymers tag, I gain 2 power automatically. So that's good to have. Unfortunately, I'm already in there. Okay, so now I gotta rest. That's gonna cost me a time. And that's the end of her turn. So he's gonna get a 3rd distress. Now we have to watch here, because if we take too much distress, then we start losing endurance. So I don't want to really take much more of this. So probably gotta start healing us, because this will be the last time I need to. So we gotta pip down twice again. So I guess we will. Ugh. But we're ready to finish this one now. So he can move here. I guess I've got to spend a time to do my gather. 2. I probably want to traverse. Ugh, I really wish I didn't cover up the traverse. Did I do that this turn? I could analyze data here. So Luna will pick up these 2. I should get her to scan. Let's throw down some materials, because I've got that ability to pull the materials. 3. Perfect. So she'll drop 3 material here. She will move here. She's got this tractor beam here, so she can spend 1 to pull and explore from an adjacent node onto Luna's node, ignoring all the edge symbols. We'll spend that. That will pull him here where he needs to be. Okay, so he's ready to do next turn. Plus, he won't get more infected. We gotta stop getting infected here. She can heal herself, so that's good. And then he can use his ability to pull these 2. So we can spend this, because he's got the augmented yank ability. And that's it. And oh yeah, and then I can use greens to pip stuff up with the research lab. So I could spend those 2. Gotta start getting us out of trouble here. It doesn't really matter, because we're gonna have to pip down again next turn, but that at least saves a bit of time for that. Okay, and then he's going to rest. That's the end of his turn. Time forward. Okay, purple getting more infected. Here's where you can run in trouble. So we're out of infection cards now. I mean, I'm going to pip down twice. It's going to cost us some time. Oh, she should be hallucinating. Where did her hallucination go? She's immune to distress. Okay, so a thin shimmering line materializes before you, stretching from one horizon to the other. It is every color and more. It is time itself, and you can sense its distrust of you. You are immune to distress from spore clouds. Oh. All time symbols on your edges are doubled for you. Oof, that's not good. Okay, so I shouldn't have gotten that last distress. Where did I put that? Here. Okay, so I didn't have to pip. Okay, I can't remember. I think it was something like that. Okay, so she's actually immune to the distress from the clouds now, so I probably want to keep her that way. And blue ignores the symbols, but her time symbols doubled, so she wants to use this slurry. But unfortunately, I'm out of green right now. Do I have any way of making green? Let's do it. Let's get uninfected here. So she's not hallucinating anymore. At least for a turn. And we can get our trust back, but it'll only last a turn. Okay, what else can she do? Investigated that spot already. So, yeah, maybe I should just do some... Well, I guess she can move now, because she doesn't... It's only going to cost her one time now. Depends what direction I want to go in. Well, let's move her. We're up one here. It's going to cost a time. I'm going to get insight here, so I'm going to get my orange insight. I guess I got all three. So this is where you got to make a decision. Oh, what extra insight you want to get. So she's got discharge hormonal blast. An explorer within one node of you may take a standard traverse action for free by spending power. Okay, kind of cool. So what do I want? Let's do an extra green. Let's go for green. Okay. She's got the rare polymers. So if I use this here, do the traverse, get an extra insight. It'll cost me another time. Which will move our endurance down. But we do get a free... We do get free power, and then I will also... The other benefit is she won't continue to get distressed until we'll leave that space. Cool. Okay. I thought we... Oh, we did have a way to get rid of the black cubes, but I had to spend that. Okay. So it's the end of her turn. Spending that time. Oh, I didn't move Luna. Let's move Luna and drop some more material for him to suck up with his ability. 2 more material. Oh, you know what? Let's do it here. Maybe we should be revealing more of the map here. Oh, another build site, so that's good. Let's go that way instead. Okay, so blue's turn. Okay, so he's not getting more infected, but he is still infected, so that's good. And so we got to spend... Okay, so first I think I want to spend one of these to do my augmented yank. So let's just pull these two. Okay, and then we can spend one of those to pip something up. That way we're not burning time. Okay, and then I will use that to complete this. Okay, So that's good. So that will get the second gold done. And let's just continue. Well, we could let's drop some more green here, since there's no green there anymore. Drop some more green. Let's keep the green machine going. One there. Move Luna here. Let's see what's over here. Oh, another build site. Finding all the builds. We only need one more build site. So, and I guess I have the comprehension, so I could build that build site. I haven't moved yet this turn. So yeah, let's do that. Let's move and then build our last build site. That way we're ready for the next scenario, whatever that might be. Okay. There's no cost to go in there. And then the last action, we'll rest. It's going to cost us time. And then we pull cubes back. Okay, so this one comes back. Now we have a workshop is built. Now we can move Luna by spending power. Okay, and then this thing's triggered. Defend Mother Spore. It works, but of course it does. It's so surreal to think there was ever a time we doubted the power and benevolence of Mother Spore. She is in all, and we of her and for her. And so we receive with great distress the alert from Luna indicating that our activity has weakened the foothold of Mother Spore, providing opportunity for long dormant tentacles to rise up and stake claim to the land. If we leave now, Mother Spore may not survive. We cannot allow this to happen. Place everyone on the scarab. Oh, okay. We are on the scarab. Does that mean, I guess that means Luna too. If a highlighted yellow node is face down, flip it face up. Spawn a tentacle token on each highlighted node as shown. Remove any spore clouds on the highlighted nodes. Okay. So, go grab the tentacles. Okay, altered spore cloud mechanic. When you move out of a node with a tentacle, you do not leave a spore cloud in your wake. Okay, and then so the next objective is destroy all tentacles using the below actions. Purify with fire. So to remove a tentacle from your node, you gotta spend 3 power. We can counter infest. You have to be a fungal host to do this. Move a spore cloud from your node to an adjacent node, destroying all tentacles there. Okay. Or savage assault. Remove a tentacle. That just costs 3 actions. Then we destroy them all. We advance. So we gotta move around and destroy all these things. Okay. So now it is purple's turn. And purple is not host, so, but she can use fire. So let's move her this way and then we can traverse to there. Okay, and then so we'll move Luna this way. Let's get some data going. 1 data. Okay, so we need more power. Actually, the power is over here. Ugh, that's a far way to go, though. Okay, so she does need to gather power. Okay, so where do we have green? Oh, we can spend it. She can spend a green to pip up. She's gonna need this one. Okay, so let's traverse here. Okay, so that's going to leave a spore cloud. That's going to cost a time, but she gets an insight. I'm going to just, she's got orange, so let's just detonate, close eyes and detonate this. So I got to pip something down. And I can charge orange to maximum. Spend 3 orange. I get 2 charges here. So I can be able to take out those 2 I'm going for. Okay, that takes 1 out. And I already moved Luna and everything, so rest and a time. Okay. Blue's turn. I guess at some point I should uninfect myself. So move here. Oh, and I can use this action here. I might as well because I'm low on pips here. So let's power 1 up. I am the fungal host. Let's take advantage of it. So let's soak up the energy here. Use my green to counter infest. Move a spore cloud from your node to an adjacent node. Oh, from my node to an adjacent node. Okay, so okay, so I gotta go this way. No, and then just get a green. Okay, so then I can spend that green to pip this up 1. Okay, so let's do that. So because I'm a fungal host, I get a green here. I do have to spend a time to move in here. But then I can spend this to move this to here. Take that out. Oh, and then I can keep pushing it around. That's cool. Is that how that moved? The spore clouds from your... Yeah, okay, that's cool. So I can push that around. So I'll be able to take these guys out with that. It's too bad that guy's 2 away. Oh, you know what? I might as well use this to charge stuff up here. Let's get 2 more power going. So then I can spend 1 of these powers to get some more... Pull some more material, because we'll need that. Let's just explore around with Luna. Let's get the map opened up. Well, this space removes all distress. Okay, let's get some more data. Man, I'm not rolling good on the data. Oh, getting close to death here. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. Okay, so this time's going to wrap around, and then we're going to... This will go here. And yeah, we're close to losing here. Oh, sorry. Should have pulled these all back. Oops. Okay, so purple's turn. So she's just going to do the same thing. She'll move here. Spore cloud out. Yeah, she'll spend 1 of these green from the whatchamacallit, the laboratory. Let's pip up 1. What do I need? It doesn't really matter, I guess. Which one to do? And then she'll purify. Take that guy out. So that spends 3. And oh, she doesn't. You know what? Maybe instead of pipping up the blue, I'll pip up the orange. Swap the blue up. I need the orange for this. So I can power this back up for my next. For when I can get down to get that last one in the corner there. Okay. And then this will go here. I gotta spend a time. Okay, and then we got Luna here. So I guess Luna, we can it'll drop some material. I don't know if I need material. Oh, 3 material there. Let's just start moving her back. Or maybe I'll move her here. That might help me somehow. Oh, shoot. You get a distress if you're not the fungal host here. That sucks. Okay. But, say love you. Okay. It's the end of her turn. Okay, so blue again. Yeah, so he's going to have to pip up. And so it doesn't matter what action. guess he'll move here. That will put a black cube there. Then you will counter infest the square here. Take that guy out. Doesn't look like I need to be powdery, so I've got this thing here. I'm going to burn this just so I can get rid of this infected spot. Yeah, let's traverse back here because that'll give me another green cube. I mean, I will get infected again next turn, but that fuses me. That's a green which we can use. And I guess I can move Luna. Let's throw down some more data. Still only one. Data's not doing well. I think I'm going to leave her here. I'm not going to move her. Okay, did I move? I didn't move my time. Okay, so we gotta move time up. And then pick up. Okay, so that's it for that. Back to purple. Okay, so we gotta burn one of these to pip up again. She's going to need this to do a traverse. So we'll use her traverse here. Traverse will move her 1, and then she'll have her move left over to move here 1. So that's going to cost a time, unfortunately, but she does get another insight. And then I guess she'll use her blue. And the last 3 power here. Purify with fire. Oh, and she's going to take a distress because she's not a fungal host. She'll move our trust back down. Let's try to add some material here, I guess, with Luna, just because you can. Maybe I'll pick that up next turn. If I help me pip up. Okay, she's going to rest. Now we're running. We're almost dead. I don't think we're going to do this. Well, we'll be close. We'll get close. Yeah, that's game. Unless I have a way to pip up because I'm gonna get affected. We're gonna have to spend 2 pips. So basically, 2 pips here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there. Because I've only got 2 time left. I mean, I got a whole. We're close. Like I just have to move here this turn, and then spend an action, right? Which is gonna cost a time. That takes out the fungal host, but then yeah, I have to spend another time, and that's going to end the game. Although, you know what? This actually advances as soon as all the tentacles are destroyed. Let's see what it says. So I didn't have to wait till the end of the turn. So technically I have a time left still. Sporever young, Spore Cloud mechanic. The tentacles are gone. Spore clouds spawn in your wake once again. Mother Spore is safe. The scarab has become what it was always meant to be, and we too have become something more, something profound, the same yet altogether new. We are the children of the Spore, and we shall carry Mother's lineage throughout the galaxy. Survival is great, but finally understanding our true purpose is the real reward. And now we just have to get back to the scarab. Oh, we get 1. Oh, they get to pip up 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Ugh. And there's no way I can rest without spending a time, unfortunately. Because that's how close we were. We just had to get here, but I need 2 more time. There's no way to get time back, unfortunately. But yeah, so it's that we were pretty close. Pretty close. Okay, well, as usual, thanks for watching. I'm going to post a review of this real soon. Um, Dude, I really enjoyed this. Is an awesome game. Just a little bit of precursor there, but I do really enjoy this game. So, but you can see how much how interesting is all the different ways you can tackle things, and it's almost a whole new game playing other worlds, right? Because everything's going to switch out. All the discoveries, all the breakthroughs, all the the hallucinations is only part of this world, so it'll be different in the next world, and different maps and everything. So yeah, really cool system. Looking forward to playing more planets, but yeah, really awesome. As usual, thanks for watching. Bye.